Greetings friends. Today on this ability guide I'm going to show you how to make a grenade, or like a nice grenade toss, grenade throw, which you have in so many games I can't even. So here we are. We're going to start with the grid snap and get our nice little, we always have our nice prop objects that we're going to blow up. Now, very important friends, can't stress this enough, but you need to make it, go to its physical properties, make it movable, and it'll already be set to collidable, which is nice. And then on our sculpture label, we're going to make it an object. So these are very important things to remember. Don't forget them, otherwise if it's not set to movable, you'll be like, why isn't my explosion working? Oh alas. But if you've got those things, then you'll be able to move them, and they'll be affected by the explosion. And yeah, we're going to make it slightly more funky this time around. So we're going to add walls at kind of like slightly different angles, so we can see the AoE of the grenade. See the effect of that, that area of effect. They kind of drop, but that's fine. Alrighty, you can turn that grid snap off now. Alrighty, now that we've got our props that we can destroy, the next thing that we want to do is make a grenade. And you can attach this to basically any model, because it'll all be in a microchip. But let's start with just a nice green. For some reason, grenades are just green in my mind. We'll make it pretty small. Okay, here's our grenade. And then we're going to have someone who throws it. And it's a good idea to just have your puppet, whatever it's going to be for your game or show, whatever it might be, just to have them there for scale. So I'm like, okay, that's a pretty big grenade. I'm going to make it kind of smallish one. So here we've got a nice small grenade that our chap can throw. But you can really make it any size, whatever suits you best. So now our grenade looks good, if a little bit small. And we're going to attach a microchip to it. Yeah. See, it is a little bit small, but hey, dynamite comes in small packages. Pun intended. So here we have our grenade. Grenade. Totally unnecessary, but just for the fanciness of it. Alrighty. So when you've got a grenade, there are a few things that you want. First of all, you want a timer. So we'll grab a timer. We'll set it to a 2-second fuse, as it were. 2 seconds. And we'll count down. Then we shall have a good old-fashioned force applier. Lovely, lovely. And the force applier, so here we've got a nice, the big old area of effect. And we can make it strong, so it's got quite a nice force strength. We'll make its meters around 10. That's nice and strong. You can make this a grenade that explodes outwards, or you can make an implosion grenade if you've got like a futuristic game or something like that. That's also pretty cool. You can have all sorts of AoEs, zone shapes rather, and yeah, so you can increase the size of this, make it nice and powerful, and then give it a nice zone fall off as well. So something else, friends, that you can do is actually add a health modifier, so that it actually reduces the health of, so it does damage essentially. And you can make this an impact one, or it can be in a zone as well. Whoa, that's a big zone. A zone as well. You can make it so big, and you can also give it a fall off so that it does damage in a certain area of effect, and then it does slightly less in that zone fall off. As we remember, the zone fall off is good for, creating almost like a gradient of damage. So the closer you are to the center of the grenade, the more damage it does to you. Alrighty. So yeah, you can do that, but yeah, okay, cool. Let's do it. Okay, cool. So here we have the power. We're attaching that to the force applier. So when the timer counts down, it's going to apply force. When the timer counts down, it's also going to deal damage. And when the timer counts down, the grenade is going to disappear. Cha-cha-ching, because it wouldn't be sport if the chap stayed around afterwards, would it? All right, so here we have our nice grenade. Let's do a quick test. What did I do wrong? Whoops. What did I do wrong? I left out its important physical properties. So, some of its physical properties that are important here are bounce. There's nothing like a good grenade that just bounces. And it's got to be movable, of course. So here we are. Now we see it bouncing, rolling around. Boom! Yo, that is satisfying. Damn, that is satisfying. Okay, cool. So here we have a grenade. And remember on the physical properties to make it movable and to make it bounce. That's an important set of physical tweaks to make. Alrighty. Now we're going to go to our person. We're going to scope into the puppet logic. And we are going to do... What are we going to do now? Goodness gracious, whatever could we do? Well, like with any old ability, we're going to put down a microchip. We're going to name it grenade, toss or throw or whatever you prefer. And then we're going to add just a simple emitter. Aha! And we're going to tweak the emitter so that it... you see this nice little crosshair looking thing? This chooses the object to emit. So we're just going to scope out quickly, and then we're going to choose our grenade. Grenade is now going to be emitted, and it's going to do it how many times? Once. Because if you have it on emit continuous, then you're going to press your ability, and then every now and then a grenade's going to randomly pop out of you. So that's not what we want. We want it to just happen once. We can also edit where it's going to spawn, where the grenade is going to be emitted from, and also you see this nice little arrow in what direction it's going to be. So at the moment, if you used it, it's gonna shoot the grenade out like left, like off to your side. So here we have it. We'll give it a nice little upward motion because there's nothing like lobbing a good grenade, and we'll align it to the sort of right hand. For the lefties out there, I do apologize. The left-handed video will be coming out soon. Next we have, what do we have next? We have a good old keyframe, so that we can see what's happening here. So our chap is we're going to scope into our puppet so that we don't move their whole body. We're going to do the throwing animation. So this grenade throwing individual over here is going to, oh wow. Jeez, you really do some messed up stuff to these poor puppets. So here we are. Look, now that's given a nice sort of nice lob, nice toss sort of a vibe there. And finally, we're almost done. Finally, we're going to attach this to a control so that it emits something, and everything happens when you push the R1 button. I feel like R1's a good grenadey button. And alrighty, let's give it a try. Let's go into play mode. And we're going to try it out. Whee! Boom! Yo, that's so good. Yo. You can do all sorts of things. You know, you can add in like animations to make it go explode and do all those sorts of nice things. But for now, friends, that's what we got. I actually want to try it again. I want to try it again. Yes, this is it again. Yo. Oh, okay. No, that's not what I meant to do. What I meant to do was this. Boom! Yes! Alrighty, friends. Thanks for watching that vid. And I shall catch you on the flip-flop. Woohoo!